welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to do my 2023 full face routine. I guess you can say this is like a tutorial. Disclaimer, my face is starting to break out because I haven't really been taking care of it these days. Don't cover me. As well as the fact that this is actually the third time that this has happened to me, but a pimple is growing under my mole, so it looks enlarged. So please try to ignore it. We're gonna continue. If you go back, you'll see just how much my makeup routine has changed this year. Same makeup bag. This is the before and this is the after. Back to me. Let's get into today's video. Before I get into like the base and all this stuff on my face, I do have to do my eyebrows. And now we're done. The first thing that I do is prime my face. I have 3 different type of primers, 2 that I use all the time and 1 that I bought this year. My favorite primer combo are these 2. If you go back, you will see them. e.l.f. Power Grip Primer and Pore Blur Primer by Revolution are my holy grail. Okay, I know you guys seen this one more often, you know, throughout social media, definitely on TikTok. Probably not as much as this one, or if this is the first time you're hearing of it, but if you've seen my other videos, then you know these are my holy grails because these are the 2 that I always put on my face all the time. But before I found my holy grail, I was using this Wet n Wild Glass Corrector primer slash base. It's supposed to color correct because, as you can see, I have some red spots on my face. So we're actually going to use all 3 today. Since I bought this, I think I've used it 2 times. Let's now start with our primers. So the first one I'm going to go in with today is the Wet n Wild Glass Correct primer slash base for my redness. My face is already looking real good. I'm like, my face looks really glossy. Next, I'm gonna go in with the Pore Blur Revolution. This actually is a blur and fill primer for your pores. I put this on my areas on my face where my pores are like really prominent, whereas my chin, like my nose, and right here on my forehead. Speaking of, let me just take my nose ring out. And then my favorite one, as you can see, I'm actually about to run out pretty soon. I love this. And now my face is fully glowing. Now, I'm actually gonna go in with my base, which you guys should know by now is my holy grail 4-in-1 Perfector Glow by Maybelline. This is my base. This is what I use before I put on foundation. I also use this when I don't want to wear foundation. I just put this on my face and call it a day. This is primer, concealer, highlighter, BB cream, base, illuminator, all in one. So this was another one of the products I saw on TikTok. Either it was through TikTok or I saw it being marketed on TikTok by Maybelline, and I was like, you know what, I gotta try this because I use their Age Rewind Instant Concealer, which is like the same tube. I'm about to show you guys. So I was like, you know what, I need to try this out, and ever since I tried it out, I instantly fell in love with it. This is the tube that I was talking about, which is their Instant Age Rewind Concealer that has the same like mechanism where you just twist it as a sponge on top. Before we do concealer, actually, I'm gonna go in with my foundation. Here's the thing, not recently, but I got a new foundation this year, which was the L'Oreal True Match Foundation. This is what it looks like. I'm trying to get it to focus on the bottle. I'm still iffy about it. The one I tried before this, I know was Maybelline. Don't come for me. You're gonna see that most of my products are by Maybelline. I'm pretty sure it was the Fit Me foundation. I was also a beginner at the time, so I probably didn't apply it correctly, but it didn't do much for me. I don't know. And I'm having the same issue with this one. I haven't yet found a holy grail foundation. I'll still recommend it. It still does what it needs to do. Long lasting wise, I'm not entirely sure about it. Speaking of, I stole my mom's foundation. This is what it looks like. It's by Tarte. The multitasking foundation. I also bring SPF 20 sunscreen, so I love sunscreen. Is actually really good for your face. The thing is, I actually haven't worn this out, so I don't know how well this lasts. I found it in my mom's stuff and I took it. I'm sorry, Mom. I love you so much, but I saw it and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try this out without actually having to buy it. So we're gonna be putting this away. If you want to see me use this, go back to my other videos. This is my foundation brush. I always put it on my hand. I always make it as thin as possible to apply to my face so it's not like cakey. Obviously you want to get coverage, but don't apply too much on your face. I will say, first glance, applying this onto my face, it was very smooth. This is actually the first time I'm trying this new setting spray out. I got it from Amazon. I got Dewy because I liked my face to look glossy. Previously, I've always used e.l.f. or NYX. This is, you know, how I looked. If this doesn't work, I'll definitely go back to NYX. The only thing I hated was that the bottle was so small. It didn't last as long as I would like it to. I start to spray, not at the end, in between. First spray of the day, after I put on my base with foundation, then we put on our first spray. This smells so good. Okay, so I let this dry. Now I'm gonna go in with my concealers. My number one, like I mentioned before, is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer. I've been using that since I came out the room. But this year, I've also wanted to try out new products. So this is when I came across the LA Girl Pro Conceal because I've heard a lot of good things about it. This is what it looks like. First and foremost, I like to do a little triangle under my eyes. I know it looks crazy, just trust the process. At the end, I just use a sponge. I'm gonna go on my eyes to use this as a base. Now this is the second spritz, okay? Before I forget. But anyways, now the next step for me is to do a little bit of contour. I got this contour stick from Shein. I don't use it all the time, but I use it from time to time. I just kind of like dab it. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to contour. I've never mastered using contour. So if I'm doing this wrong, please don't come for me. Instead of coming for me, you could just let me know how to do it. I think I should invest in getting like bronzer and stuff to add like a little bit of color to my face. So the next thing is Maybelline's Fit Me powder. I've been using this since 2021. Moving on, blush. This is the e.l.f. Putty Blush. I only put on a little bit. Before I continue, sometimes, not all the time, I go in with this L'Oreal foundation powder. This is the last powder that I will be applying to my face. Basically to lock everything in. Now we're gonna do my eyebrows. This I found this year and I'm so happy that I did, that I came across it. I totally recommend using eyebrow pomade to do your eyebrows. It's just that ever since I came across this, it makes my life so much easier to do my eyebrows. As you can see, I left it for last because I don't have to try and fix it. This is Maybelline's Brow Fast Sculpt Mascara Gel for your eyebrows. It has this little applicator brush. Basically, I think it was meant for you to just brush it on. But when I did that, the first time I tried it, it made a mess. That's why I use this little spoolie. But basically, I just take the product right off the brush. Even if I'm using brow pomade, this is how I do my eyebrows because it's really easy this way. First, go in by outlining your eyebrow very lightly, and then on the top as well. I do this first to like shape out my eyebrows, and then I fill it in. For the front, I don't like to put too much product on my eyebrows. Just brush it out. And now we're all done. Another spritz up. Last but not least, eyelashes. I'm gonna be putting on strip eyelashes. Normally I would have my eyelashes done, but recently, like I said, I haven't even been taking care of like my skincare, so I'm not even gonna be getting into trying to take care of my eyelashes on top of that. These are the lashes. Don't remember where I got them from. Most likely, I'm gonna guess Ross, Burlington, one of those two stores. I've always used the Kiss lash strip adhesive. This for sure I definitely recommend. I don't really like dual lash glue. First of all, one, is very much affordable. It lasts a long ass time. I don't even remember when I had bought this. And give you guys a tutorial on how to put on your eyelashes, but how to do a winged liner. I've gotten questions a lot on how I do my eyelashes or how I do my winged eyeliner. How do I make it look natural? Got you. Get your lash glue, put the lash glue on the lash strip. Then I also put it on my eyelid. I feel like this is what gives it the strong hold and makes it last the whole entire day. Don't glob it on like that right there. So you want to let it dry up a little bit. You want it to get clear, not when it's white, because that's when it's really, really wet and it's not going to stick. Now that it's time to put on your lashes, stick it in the middle first. Stick the front second. And then the end. Voila. But after applying it, I take the laser, squeeze it together with your actual eyelashes. If you don't have an eyelash curler, this is definitely something you should be doing to make it look as natural as possible. So let me put on the other eyelash. For the next step, you want it to let it settle on your eyelid for just a little bit before you use the eyelash curler. This is an extra step. You don't have to do this, but I definitely recommend if you want like natural looking eyelashes. Just squeeze, 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 squeeze. You might be able to see the glue on top of my eyelashes, but it's okay. That's what the eyeliner is for. Before we do that, another Maybelline product is their Falsy Surreal mascara. As you can see, it's been worn out to the core. Now you're probably wondering, why am I putting on mascara now? I would prefer to put on the mascara after the fact. It doesn't make a huge difference, but it does make a difference. Another thing I like to do is put on mascara on my bottom lashes. Now, normally I would leave it like this. I wouldn't even apply eyeliner. I want to give you guys an eyeliner tutorial. This is literally a 1, 2, 3 step tutorial. You're gonna take your eyeliner. I prefer liquid eyeliner. From the corner of your eye, you're gonna go out as far as you would like. From the middle of your eye now, you're going to connected line, just like that. And if you want, in the front as well, like that. And now, you are finished. I don't have a lip combo, so at the end I would just put on my lip gloss. Sometimes I have like a colored lip gloss and I'll put that on, but other than that, we're done. For the last spritz. So yeah, this is the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you actually like my tips and tricks. You know, I'm still quite a beginner. I'm like an advanced beginner because I don't really know much about makeup, but this is what works for me. I have dry skin. See you guys next week. I really hope you enjoyed it. I really actually had a lot of fun doing a full face for no reason. Bye.